Amber.
Hi.
We finally, since imaging, I've been trying to get you in. It never worked out because I was a lunatic without a schedule at imaging. But this time around, at the tail end, I got you. At the very tail end.
At the midnight hour.
I was cool helping you, by the way.
Well, I so appreciated that.
Yeah, it was stressing me out putting those Kikoto strobes on a little ledge like this thick. And I'm just like using the force.
She did, yeah. He had to balance my lights on this little. Oh my gosh, it was such a.
It would have smashed the glass.
It would have cracked immediately.
So, needless to say, none of them fell. But it was cool because I was trying to come up with a concept using that floor. So in a way, seeing you work and seeing how kind of what was working, what wasn't working, helped me out quite a bit. So.
Did you get to shoot it?
No.
Oh.
No, but hold on. You know, hi, I'm here with Amber. This is the after hours, so it's not anything conventional, but I'll show you this though.
That's when things get weird.
Let me see. There's no structure on this particular format, but I was able to get Rick last night. So I used stencils. I decided to use stencils for some of the photos that I did, and Peter was such a trooper. So I cut out cardboard in the shape of a keyhole and then photographed them in the hallway. And what the final outcome of that was, and this is the pre-rendering, look at that.
Okay, that's crazy.
So I was going to do something like this with stencils using that floor.
Okay.
But it was either do this that I'm doing right now or do that. And I can do that anywhere. This is badass.
This is a once a year thing.
So tell me, how long have you been doing ShutterFest for?
This is my first year at ShutterFest.
Really?
Yeah.
My first year too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were just a regular here like everybody else.
I am a regular everywhere else.
So what do you think? What is your experience so far?
I had so much fun. I met so many amazing people who we're just gonna be friends now forever. Yeah. No, I thought it's definitely different than other conferences because I think it's just more intimate. People just hang out more and get to know each other more. There's so many inside jokes and they let you in on all of them. Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about ShutterFest?
I think people think that maybe it gets a bad rap because there might be too little control. If that's the best way to say it. Maybe it's not as structured as some other places, but it's structured in its own way.
Right.
So there still is all these amazing guidelines and rules to keep things going. There's just so much to do. You can go to this shoot and go to that shoot. There's just after hours. There's the secret shoot. There's the Uno. There's just always something to do. So it still has its own structure. It's like a choose your own game, adventure. You can just choose your own adventure at any time. Like those old books. You can just, yeah. So.
It's funny because I learned from Sal, and from Alyssa. Alyssa, not Sal.
Yeah.
Alyssa told me that one of the things they did away with was having a keynote speaker or like a block of time where one person is essentially occupying that. And they did it for like 2 years. And they said, no. There should not be one photographer that overshines another. They did away with it. So now you have classes and things happening all at the same time. And I really like that. I really like that because you go wherever you want to go. Don't feel obligated to have to go attend this one keynote.
No,
because
that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's been a really interesting experience of mine being here. Haven't been to imaging, haven't been to some of these other ones, which are great in their own, but it's definitely not corporate feeling. It feels very
totally different vibe.
like an Italian dinner.
Yeah,
it's like a big family Italian dinner.
I would always tell people that if WPPI is like the Oscars and ShutterFest is like Woodstock. Like this is our Woodstock. It's still a magnificent party to be a part of, but it's just different.
Now, when you were photographing that model, were you just doing it for you? Is that what it was for?
Yeah. I have like an hour or two, and I just wanted to play. I knew her from a different conference, and we ran into each other. And I asked her. She said she's got some time, and I said, "Do you have a dress?" And she said, "You had a big red dress." Perfect. It just worked out perfect. It was kismet. It was amazing. So we just ran to her, and she got the dress and got the floor all set. And
how were your classes? How was it received?
My class?
Yeah.
Okay. My class was amazing. It was so good. I thrive off of the feedback of the students. So when I'm speaking, if it's quiet, I try to get people to interject, and by the end, I can kind of get a good feeling for the group. And it was, oh my gosh, it may have been the best class I've ever done.
How would you describe your? I haven't asked this one yet, dear. How would you describe your style of work without using like typical photography terms?
Oh, my style of work, very contrasty, very colorful. I would say it's glamorous and romantic, but contemporary at the same time. So for several years, I studied Renaissance painting and the arts, and I was going to be an art major. And I was obsessed with the way that they used light, and they had deep shadows, and because they had a lot of window light, so most of the paintings were by window light. So you had the hard light and the shadows and things, and I just brought that into my work. So hopefully one day, as their work has become a classic staple of that timepiece, maybe our work in the way it's looking now will become like a staple of the timepiece for the time that we're living at.
How long have you been doing photography for?
Oh God, I'm so old. Um, I have been doing photography for 20 years. 20 years. I started at a chain studio. Do you remember Olin Mills?
Oh, I know Oren Mills.
Okay. So I started at Olin Mills. I was a manager there for 4 years. I managed several studios all over the state. I was the highest earner. I won the most prizes. I became a manager right away. I did really good there. But it was very, cookie cutter. You have 20 minutes. Here's that. So it was just creatively lacking. And I really wanted to do weddings and other things. So that's why I left. So if you count them, then it's 20 years.
What was young Amber, photographer way back when? What did that look like?
Like she did not know what she was doing. Oh, poor sweet girl. Poor sweet summer child.
If you could go back and give her like at least one tip that you've learned, what would it be?
I would tell her to learn light faster. It took me a long time because, it's 20 years ago. We didn't have everything at our fingertips. We didn't have high-speed synced lights that we could take out.
That's true, yeah.
We didn't have any of that. So it's just, I'm going to say something right now. Photographers today are spoiled, not in a bad way, but they're spoiled because they have so many amazing options they can pick up something and it just lights them, whereas when we started back in the day, you didn't have that as an option whatsoever. It was these big clunky things, or they had battery powers, or
You were limited by film. That was the other one too. Trinity Valley.
I started right when film was getting over and digital was coming. So I did film for myself, but when I started at the studio, I was doing digital. But yeah, you were very limited by film. It really was an art form that you had to learn, versus digital. It was definitely more forgiving.
Anything you've learned way back when that still to this day you might still apply?
People.
Yeah.
Just learning people. People are the same. If you can put yourself in the shoes of your client, then you will know how to photograph them, how to sell to them, what they're looking for in communication, what they're looking for, and even how you pose somebody. Clients who come in and they're a couple and they don't really like touchy-feely, they don't do a whole lot. You can get that vibe from them immediately, versus a couple comes in and they're all over you and they're hugging and then you know how to photograph them properly. So if you just take a step back out of yourselves and you watch people and how they interact and how they behave with one another, you'll get photography.
I like that. Here's a complete curveball for you, because I just thought about this one.
Oh, no.
If magically Genie comes and gives you the ability to learn a new hobby, new trick or something, what would it be that you'd be an instant expert at something?
Okay, what?
I know. I'm curious. Is there something out there that you will love to learn?
But I would love to learn.
Learn and do. And in a flash, you'll be an expert at it.
I would love to be a phenomenal, chef. I know it sounds weird because we're foodies. My family and we're foodies, and we cook a lot. We do a lot of home cooking, and my 13-year-old is an amazing cook all by himself. But we watch cooking shows and things, and it is such an art form. It's a talent to taste something and know, this mixed with this, and you cook it for this long. It's its own art form. I would love to be able to do that.
Is art something that goes through in your family? Is that something that's unique to you, or is there other forms of art within your family?
Well, my grandfather was an amateur photographer, which I didn't know until after he had passed, and I actually inherited a lot of his antique cameras. And my grandma was a stay-at-home mom, and she had 8 kids. But again, after she passed, they were cleaning out her things, and they found all these sketchbooks that when she was younger, she would draw fashion.
Oh, wow.
And she had all of these 20s and 30s fashion. It's beautiful work, and which she never pursued because she became a stay-at-home wife and mother. I mean, that's pretty it. I've got some really good people in my family, but my son, my middle son, who is 19, is an incredible artist. He does character Japanese drawings, kind of comic books. He makes his own character. And he draws, like he puts his heart and soul into it, whereas a normal 19 would be off doing something they probably shouldn't be doing. He's like, oh, I gotta go upstairs. I gotta get like an hour of drawing in. He has taught himself in such a, like, he has come so far, and I'm so proud of him. So generationally, maybe that's where we're at, is like, we're the generation that's carrying the art on for my family.
And your 13-year-old need to become an artist in the chef side.
He might be a chef artist, and he's my sporty kid. So we're hoping for MLB. Maybe he'll play for the Detroit Tigers one day. That would be great.
Oh, look, our lighting is changing. I get all kinds of dynamic lighting, high contrast, light and airy, moody. I get it all here.
I love it.
But-
It's really
Amber, how do people find your work?
very easy to find me. I am Amber Henry Photography, no matter where you go. So I'm Amber Henry Photo on Instagram, TikTok. My Instagram and TikTok is really fun to watch because I do a lot of behind the scenes. You can see some crazy stuff happening.
And if anybody wanted to talk to you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Oh, Messenger, Instagram Messenger.
You talk to me. You respond.
I actually do respond. If I don't respond, I might not have seen your message, but I do. I try to, especially if they come from a nice place and they say, hey, I love your work. I'm struggling. I saw you do this picture. Can you just answer this question? Absolutely. Why not? The only way that this industry is going to survive is if we help one another.
Agree.
Because there's a lot of people who come in the industry and they undercut and they do things quickly, cheap and dirty. And then, why is the industry failing? It's because, we're not holding it to a standard it needs to be held to. But in order to do that, we need to help one another when we have questions so that they can raise the bar with us.
And hopefully pass it on.
Oh, absolutely. We have to pass it on because I want photography to survive. It's got to survive.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Especially portrait photography. Like, we exist in such a small time frame in the world. We need to celebrate our life and document it. We are the most documented humans that have ever lived on this planet.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
girl.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're
We did it. We finally pulled it off. See, was it good that you went to go have dinner?
It was good. It was a good dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had duck.
Was it good?
It was good, yeah. In case you care.
Well, the duck was good.
No, the duck was good. But yeah.
I thought I would say that to wrap an episode. The
I-
duck was good.
duck was amazing. And I put some hot sauce on it. It was really
Now I say this every time. It's getting repetitive now. My favorite part. It's time for the Polaroid. So I gotta find a photographer, easy, and they'll take a photo. So thank you. I'm gonna stop.
Find one.
I'm gonna stop recording now. Now time for the Polaroid. Thanks.